Well, welcome to the Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship information session for 2025. My name is Rachel Lentz. I'm the undergraduate research coordinator for the SURF program, and I also do science communications for the two organizations that host SURF, the Pacific Islands Climate Adaptation Science Center and the University of Hawaii Sea Grant College program. So let's start with a bit about those two organizations before getting into the details of the program itself. So the Pacific Islands Climate Adaptation Science Center, which we shorten to PICASC because otherwise it's a mouthful, is one of a network of 9 regional CASCs across the nation. There's also a national CASC in DC that acts as a central organizational office for the entire network. Now, each CASC is a partnership between the U.S. Geological Survey and a university consortium made up of institutions from that region. The PICASC University Consortium is led by the University of Hawaii at Manoa and includes the University of Hilo and the University of Guam as member institutions. Each CASC's goal is to support research that co-produces actionable climate science with community groups to address local needs for climate adaptation. We also support students to help build the workforce to tackle climate issues for the region in the future. PICASC's current focus areas for the research that we fund, I have on the slide here. We look at drought in the Pacific Islands, coastal adaptation and planning, forest conservation in a changing environment, adaptation and survival in low islands and atolls, and then other core questions for natural and cultural resource managers. The other host of SURF is the Hawaii Sea Grant College program, which is part of an even larger network of 34 Sea Grant programs across all the states that have coastlines, including the Great Lakes. Like PICASC, Hawaii Sea Grant is a federal university partnership, but is between NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, and the University of Hawaii, and has been around a lot longer, 50 years, compared to about 12 for PICASC. We have personnel across the Hawaiian Islands and the Pacific, with some extension agents as far away as American Samoa, the Marshall Islands, and Micronesia. So Sea Grant programs are built around these 4 pillars of research, extension, education, and communication that all work together to enhance sustainability and resilience of marine and coastal environments and of our communities. Similar to the CASCs, we support research to produce actionable science based on the needs of the community. We have extension agents that act as the bridges between the local communities that they live, work, and play in, and the researchers who generate the information that the communities need to make the best possible decisions about how to manage resources and landscapes. We also put an emphasis on training the workforce of tomorrow and communicating with local communities. The Sea Grant funding focus areas are here. We look at healthy coastal ecosystems, resilient communities and economies, sustainable fisheries and aquaculture, and environmental literacy and workforce development. So now on to the SURF program itself. This is our 6th summer of SURF, the second with 2 different tropical funding tracks, topical funding tracks. The program provides promising undergraduates a valuable research experience. We work to improve student skills in the scientific method. We hope that will expand their knowledge of climate, ocean, and environmental issues across Hawaii and the Pacific. And we help build actionable science research capacity for the future of the Pacific region through this program. So with these 2 funding tracks, we're actually able to focus on a variety of topical areas for both programs, which opens up a broader span of possible project topics associated with both climate adaptation science and coastal and marine science. So when we're looking at the eligibility of students, we're really looking at the goal of improving future local capacity in those fields of climate science and coastal marine science. So we like to focus on students with a local connection. So our official eligibility is that the program is open to any undergraduates enrolled at a UH system institution or the University of Guam, or at another college but have attended high school in Hawaii or Guam. In other words, you're a local kid, you grew up here. Our expectations for students who are chosen for SURF include that you will work full-time or as close to it as possible between June 9th and August 15th. That's 10 weeks. You'll attend all events, the opening orientation, 2 workshops at least, and a final symposium. You'll write up a reflection of the summer work and your experience in the program. And in exchange, you'll get this fabulous experience and you'll be paid a stipend of $7,000. The other new thing that we had last year, aside from adding in this second track of topics, was that we had students who were both on Oahu and the Big Island, and we were able to fly Hilo students over to Honolulu for one of the workshops and for the final hybrid symposium. Now, if we do expand out into the Pacific with surfers from Guam, because we have some interest from the University of Guam, we clearly can't fly those students all the way here for a day. So we'll work on how to have an equivalent workshop experience out there for Guam students if you're chosen. Now, I'm going to walk through some of the details of the application process for students and then for mentors. So the students will need to submit by January 24th through our EC Grant platform, cover information, name, email, address, phone number. There will be a list of topics that you will choose 2 areas of interest from to give us an idea of what you want to work on. A current resume, an unofficial college transcript. If you are a freshman, please try and supply us with an unofficial high school transcript. There's a 500-word essay, and then we also need a letter of recommendation. Any finalists will be contacted also for a 30-minute Zoom interview. If anybody has any questions about EC Grant, at the end, we can go back and I can show you what you need to do to kind of get started in there. So here's just a little bit more information about these required materials, just for context. So the areas of interest are what help us to find a good mentor match for you, giving us an idea of what your interests are. The resume gives us a sense of your past experience, whether you have had any research experience, or if you've done some conservation work or community activities, extracurriculars, that kind of thing. The transcript gives us a sense of your academic background as well as your success. The recommendation letter provides sort of an outside perspective of your abilities. And the essay is a chance for you to share with us a little bit more about you, why this interests you, how it relates to your path and maybe a good fit for you. And, you know, let us know a little bit about you and your personality. And just a few application tips as you prepare these application things for submittal. We recommend that the person that you choose for your letter of recommendation, choose them really carefully. The better they know you, the more that they can tell us about you, but we also want to know about any research related skills. So it's important, it's more useful for us if your recommender has sort of an academic perspective. And please don't include a family member as a recommender. So make sure you proofread your written materials. I'm sorry, my dog's really loud. I'm also an editor, so I notice things like typos. So just try and cover all of that. For my benefit, I'd like you to be clear about what year in college you are. It's useful to know where in the scheme of things you fall. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, arlentz@hawaii.edu, as you're putting together these applications. Now, for mentors, anybody interested in being a mentor, our expectations are that you identify and define a project that is appropriate for just a 10-week time span, incorporate the student into the lab or working group that you run. Please try to interact regularly with the student to oversee their project as well as the products that they generate. Please attend the orientation and the final symposium. If you're interested in doing this, the application is very easy. Just write us a short paragraph, like 300 words, detailing this project, being specific about how it connects to the focus areas of PICASC or Hawaii Sea Grant, and note what elements of that project the student themselves will be working on. And if you have any questions, you can email me, but send that paragraph to me also by the 24th at 5 p.m. And that's it for my set spiel. I'm going to turn off the recording and then we will open things up for any questions.